It used to be that if you needed to borrow a few eggs or a cup of sugar, you would knock on a neighbor's door, right? Well, now borrowing has gone high tech. A growing number of free websites are capitalizing on consumers' reluctance to spend by encouraging people to borrow what they need instead of buying it. So joining us now with more is Kelli Grant. She's senior consumer reporter for smartmoney.com. Kelli, thanks for joining us.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. I'm fascinated by this. It's a borrowing website. It's just like going to the neighbor and asking for sugar or flour. You go on the internet now and you literally borrow for free.
Exactly.
Items.
It's a lot of fun too, and you're getting to meet people who live near you but that you might never have interacted with, and getting to borrow something for free that you might otherwise have had to purchase.
Yeah, because you can do this zero in on your zip code and everything like that as well. But there are ways around resorting to something like this, this is just a good reminder to get your network going.
It really is, because obviously if you can borrow from someone that you know and trust, then that's going to make you feel even more comfortable with it, or even to lend to someone that you know and trust. So before you turn to any sort of a borrowing website, talk to your friends, talk to your neighbors, talk to your coworkers, see if you might be able to get the item that you need that way instead.
I mean, how many times do you think you're moving and you need to shred some papers, so you go buy a paper shredder when you could just call your aunt or sister or somebody and borrow one?
Exactly. Yeah.
One-time use, you don't need to spend a couple $100s.
It's big for parties too. You can borrow a lot of things that you would need for a one-time event that make it very helpful.
And then here's the thing, I mean, you can do it through your own network of people, but if you live in a city where your family's not close or whatever, then you can maybe recruit friends to do it with you. So you're kind of borrowing, but in an official type way, right?
You are, and that's one of the great things about these sites. You're seeing some of them like sharesomsugar.com, neighborgoods.net, frienter.com, thingloop.com, all of these fun little sites that will actually let you pull in people that you already know from your network to sort of increase the numbers on their sites, but you can actually be borrowing and lending from other people, and it's a great way to look just online and see what your best friend or a coworker or an aunt has that you might be able to borrow that is helpful.
And the one I just went to was sharesomsugar.com, correct?
Yeah, that's a fun one.
And they have all kinds of things on there. I saw ski boots, mountain bike. I mean, there were things. Some things cost maybe $5. There are some fees.
There are some fees to watch out for. A few of these sites will charge occasionally a fee to rent the item. More often than not, it's something that you're going to see an individual seller charge as like a security deposit before you walk out the door with that Nintendo Wii or a sewing machine or something big or valuable like that. They want some money to know that you're going to bring that item back.
Right.
Of course.
They won't be empty-handed if for some reason you don't return it.
Yes, and there are a few sites like borrowingcircle.com, which mostly does books and movies, that will actually charge a late fee on the seller's behalf, and the seller gets half of that and the site gets the other half.
And this can get confusing, so there is a place to go to make a contract, or very simply, right?
Most of the time all you really need is an informal contract, is either a lender or a borrower. You want to set it out, when the item is going to come back to you, what condition it's going to be in, and
who exactly has it, so you don't forget.
And what's going to happen to it. If something happens to it, who's going to be responsible for replacing or repairing the item. A great free site that'll help you remind you who has what is returnmypants.com.
Returnmypants.com, how funny.
It's a great site.
Yeah, and that just kind of, it makes the template for you, basically.
So you'll get an email, and if you want, then the other person in that borrowing agreement can get the email as well.
And the last one is use good etiquette.
It's really important with a lot of these sites that if you're going to be a borrower, then you want to lend something out as well. These sites do thrive in an active community, and if there's only people that want to borrow and not lend, they're going to die out. And if you can't at least lend something out to the person who you've been borrowing something from, then write them a nice thank you note so that they know that the gesture was appreciated.
Okay, Kelli Grant from smartmoney.com, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.